Good morning, class. The title of my speech today is 3 Great Restaurants on 4th Street Mall. When I first arrived here at HBU, even though I was born and raised on this island, I was a little confused about where to eat because I never really visited the downtown area a whole lot. I know it's beautiful, it's clean, I don't know what I was missing this entire time. But most importantly, when I arrived at HBU, I didn't really know where to eat, where to get my food. So I sort of relied on things that I knew best: the Subways, the McDonald's, the Burger Kings, and the Jack in the Boxes. One day I walked into Subway and ordered an Italian cold cut sandwich, and I got food poisoning. And that was awesome. No, it wasn't. It was terrible. It was the worst case of food poisoning I ever got, and after that, I kind of resolved to find out what on 4th Street Mall is good to eat. And I'm sure a lot of you, especially those of you from the mainland and from Outer Island, can relate to that. As a college student, I look for a couple things in a restaurant. I look for affordability, service, and the portions. So today, during my speech, I'm going to be giving you 3 restaurants and my favorite plate of food from those 3 restaurants. So let's begin with Dreamer's Cafe. The reason why I chose Dreamer's Cafe was affordability. At Dreamer's Cafe, you can get a whole plate of chicken katsu for $6.07 after your HBU student discount. Now, I know some of us are used to receiving food after some people's speeches, but this is my lunch, so I can't really give you this. But it is really good, trust me, and it's my favorite thing to eat from there. Some of you from the mainland might be thinking, what is chicken katsu? Chicken katsu is originally derived from the word tonkatsu, which is Japanese, and it was invented in the late 1900s. Tonkatsu is basically applied to any sort of cooking that involves egg, panko breadcrumbs, and flour. And you coat whatever it is you're cooking, whether it be pork, chicken, or fish, in egg and flour and panko bread, and you deep fry it. And the reason why I love Dreamer's chicken katsu instead of L&L or Zippy's is it's not as greasy. And I think this is supposed to be how chicken katsu is supposed to be made. So when you go to L&L and you get like this greasy chicken that like makes you get zits all over your lips and stuff like that, that's not what chicken katsu is supposed to be. This is chicken katsu. So, and the other thing I like about Dreamer's is it's really friendly service. If you've ever been there, you know that the lady that works at the cashier is also the owner, and she makes sure that HBU students are really well seated and really well paid attention to. For my second restaurant, I chose iVidCam. iVidCam is located directly across from the library, from the building in which the bookstore is located. And my favorite plate from iVidCam is the spicy ahi. The spicy ahi plate. And the thing about the spicy ahi plate is, although it costs $10, you get a nice portion of spicy ahi with 2 scoops of rice and some ginger. Some of you from the mainland might not know what ahi is. Ahi is the Hawaiian word for yellowfin tuna. And iVidCam, although they're known for their spicy ahi, also specializes in salmon and unagi. Unagi is also known as eel. iVidCam, the other thing about iVidCam that I really enjoy is the time of service. When I go there, it only takes 2 or 3 minutes to get served. And TripAdvisor.com had this to say about iVidCam. iVidCam, for its small size, has the best quality fish on the island. My third restaurant is 4th Street Cafe. 4th Street Cafe is located directly next to Bale's, and it serves Vietnamese and Thai food. My favorite food from 4th Street Cafe would be the yellow curry chicken. Jennifer Torrey had this to say about the yellow curry chicken. Yellow curry chicken is really good. It's my favorite food to eat after a long day of classes. So I take Jen's word on that one. The thing I love about 4th Street Cafe is the huge portions. Although it's $8.50, the portion is easily maybe double that size, and they give you 2 scoops of rice along with your yellow curry and a nice little Vietnamese salad. 4th Street Cafe is great because it's located on the 4th Street Strip, so you're seated on the outside underneath those big blue umbrellas, and when people walk by, you can make idle conversation, keep up with all your classwork. So those are 3 restaurants that I go to personally. And although I have lunch today, if any of you feel the need to treat me to lunch, I won't say no, I promise. But thank you for listening and being a great audience.